Welcome. We are live here. Fully Fantasy live calling show, second episode. I already see you in the background. Linger, I'm going to bring you in a minute. But before I bring in our first live calling guest, our guest, Itata, it's been a while. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. It's always good to come on here and talk about football. This is home for football. And when it's a football home, I have to be there. That's the only place you can find me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just watching YouTube, Footy Fantasy, Twitter, Footy80 Fantasy. Like, share, subscribe. Road to 500 on YouTube, road to 1.5K on Twitter. Let's just dive into the first topic, and we have our first caller in. Let me bring her in. Queen Scouts, Queen Linger, Henderson. I know that's what you're here to talk about. Let's talk about Henderson. Can you hear us? You're breaking up, Linger. Can you hear us? You're on, Linger, if you can hear us. Can you hear us? You're on, Linger.
Can you hear me?
We can, but you're kind of breaking up.
Okay, I'm literally walking around the streets of Oakland. Sorry, let me see if I can get better reception.
Okay.
Okay, is this better?
Yeah, it is. I guess just say your thoughts. It's not popping. Okay, I mean, while we were for Linger, maybe you can see your thoughts. Of course, I brought this topic up because Henderson to the Saudi club called Al-ettifaq has brought so much criticism because Henderson was a big support of LGBTQ community, and he's one of those he speaks up about any topical issues. I know he spoke up during the Black Lives Matter thing. Okay, I think this is better now. Linger, you can go. This is good now.
The Queen Scout.
Still not working super well.
This is probably better. This is better. You can go. We can see you.
Okay. Perfect.
So, your thoughts about Henderson?
Can you hear me?
I know that's. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Give us your thoughts about Henderson.
My thoughts about Henderson, I think it's very complicated, but here are my personal thoughts about it. There are a lot of fans, especially queer fans, who see this as like this epic betrayal and it's ruined his legacy for them, and that's just it with them and Jordan Henderson. And I don't hold that against them. I fully get it. I really understand. I think I feel a little bit differently. I think that we're in a tough spot in society where I'm finding a lot of fans are willing to just throw away everything he's ever done. They're like, this is it for Jordan Henderson. We're done with him forever. And I guess I just don't think that's how activism should work. And I think my worry with the situation is that we admired him. I admire him so much for speaking up about different causes. And I just don't think players will do that anymore if there's this concern that if they ever do anything different, they'll get shouted down or canceled or whatever else it is. And again, I still get why people would feel betrayed. And Saudi Arabia has a deplorable homophobic, record, and a lot of things that are illegal that he has spoken up about here.
Oh, she fell off. Okay. Let's take comments first. The first comment wasn't okay. So calling link is in the comments, YouTube comments. If you're calling from Facebook, I think I posted in Facebook comments too. So call in, the link is in there. Oga comments is in, says, "Welcome my people." Shout out to brother Tata. Linger says,
"Yeah, we're here."
A beautiful speech. Try again. Let me try again without video.
You know what? I have an advice for the audience. While you're using your right hand for the mouse, use your left hand and click the subscribe button. You can multitask. Just do that,
Yes. I appreciate it. That's true. Like, share, subscribe, guys. A lot of people call in, they will comment, but hit the subscribe button while you're at it. What are your thoughts? Whoa, Itata. Okay, Itata, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, this is my take on it. I know people are. It's these sports and politics. I don't know, but I have my own take. This is my own take. Henderson believes in what he believes in, and he made a comment in his territory. Is he going to Saudi to impose his comment on the Saudi culture? No, he's going to play football.
Yeah.
He can keep his principles and his beliefs under his roof in Saudi Arabia, but he's not going to go outside. That I don't think that's what he's going for. So it's just professional. You can have your personal principles and beliefs and still operate in a space, as long as you don't impose it on someone. He stands for his rights. Rights for LGBTQ, right? That's fine. That's his personal opinion, but I can separate that from him being a professional footballer. Yeah. That has nothing to do with what he does on green grass. You understand? Now, if he goes into the dressing room and tries to impose that on every single teammate, the club, and the Saudi culture is different. You understand? He made the comment on British soil, right?
Correct.
I would assume. And he's entitled to make that. It's like me. The comment that I will make on Nigerian soil doesn't mean that if I travel to Norway, you understand, I don't still stand by my principles. But when I go to Norway, I respect what the Norwegians do in Norway.
Correct.
So that's my position on it. People criticizing him, he has a right to. At the end of the day, he's a professional. You understand? So a doctor who smokes cigarette and has to carry out an operation on a patient, he's the best doctor. Just the fact that he smokes, a patient who stands the chance of survival, going through an operation process from that great doctor, would say no because the doctor is a smoker? No. You see my point?
I see your point. Absolutely.
That's it.
Okay.
So that's where I stand. That's where and it's a testy lane where it's football and politics. But I have nothing against Jordan. He has the right to make a comment as long as it's within his home in Saudi is fine. But if he's going out in public and trying to impose it and trying to make his club align with his own principle, that's a different case entirely. And the guy has won everything in football. He has the right to sign for any football club that he wants. That's it. He's done. He's won everything except the Euros because of the Italians and the World Cup because it probably might never come home. But he's achieved everything in football.
Okay.
Now it's just about making the money. I don't have anything against anyone going to Saudi to play. Or if you made a previous comment and it's almost like it's hypocritical. No, he's going there for a job. He's not going there to play an activist for world culture. That's how I see it. And other people may see it a different way. It's just how I see it.
That's fair. That's fair. My opinion is slightly different, and it's more about. I get everything you said. I understand very well. My only opinion about this is, I understand why some of the players are doing it. It's not my job to pocket watch, like we say. You know, I still have a slight problem with people who criticize people who say, "Hey, why are players going to like Saudi and why are people talking about generational wealth when some of these players are well-paid people, right? It's not, the difference is not that much. Like some of these players are making like Jordan Henderson was on 200,000 a week, right? And people that criticize the other people that say, this is not right, you should walk the walk. Like I have a problem when people criticize those people, but the opinion of him going, I get it. I mean, I get why he's doing it because at the end of the day, I don't think players choose that they want to be activists. Like they don't want to be viewed fully as just activists, right?
Yeah.
Like they speak up on specific issues and they make decisions on different issues. He has seen it as like, oh, this might be easy money, I guess, because I don't know what else is going to do there, like money.
Yeah, it is financial.
Yes, financial, easy money, and it might be slightly more than he's going to make, in Liverpool or wherever.
Yeah.
But he just wants to do it for the experience. So,
I would throw this in.
Okay.
Past footballers, immediate past footballers, and past footballers way back. You think they wouldn't want to play in this climb and make this money? Of course. The football career window is very short. That's what people don't understand. So, any opportunity at this point for them to I mean, we don't know families and the causes they stand for if they need financial assistance. Because these footballers are tied to a large family in some cases,
That's true.
especially like the African footballers have cousins stretching sevenfold family that
I
they
agree.
have to feed. So
I agree.
if like Mane going to Saudi, I don't have a problem with it. Henderson, we don't know his private life, but I know it is also because you can play football anywhere. But if the Saudis are giving you more money, you go. I mean, because it's not at this point for Henderson, it's not about competition.
Yeah.
That short window for football it's all that door is almost slamming shut. How old is Henderson?
32. I think.
Yeah. So if he takes care of his body, he has maybe 4 more years.
Yeah.
That's maybe like 36, 37 max. And you have someone coming to pay you prime money when you are declining.
Yeah.
Because supposedly you're supposed to decline at this stage.
Yeah.
So someone is trying to offer you money you should have gotten at the age of 21 at 32. You will take it.
Yeah. Especially long term with contract, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
typically big clubs or even middle clubs now, if they offer you even anything like prime money to be a 1 year contract, they won't give you long term contract.
Yeah.
Because I think Linger got cut off, but these are her comments. She says, okay, sorry guys, I agree he has the right. People can also be upset with him and his morality. I agree. But I'm worried that no one would ever want to speak up because of fear of future censor. Like I agree 100%.
Who is this?
This is Linger. She's just
Okay.
it doesn't erase everything he's ever said, but it's still a betrayal to many of our fans, and I get that. When Mane goes to Saudi, we're all changing allegiance to that. As a fan, I'm dismayed to lose Henderson, Milner, and maybe Fabinho in the same window. I agree. It will impact Liverpool long term. So all the experiences living, and they were both huge presence on the squad. If not our best players, I agree. They're losing a lot of players at the same time. Yeah. Since we are doing this 45 minutes, thanks for the comments for the Linger. Let's just quick jump to a different topic. Preseason friendly, that's why I see my titles.
Yeah.
Actually, I want a United jersey, but I'm wearing this in honor of Messi's first. That's a different topic.
Yeah.
Man United Arsenal 2-0 preseason.
Yeah.
What's your main takeaway from that?
My main take is when United play Arsenal, I don't know on what planet or what universe that's labeled as friendly. What's friendly about it? There's nothing friendly about it. And I'm happy that Lisandro Martinez understood the assignment. Go out there, kick them. I know I'm trying to rile up Arsenal fans. But yeah, it's a friendly game, but to be honest, it's almost impossible for that game to be friendly.
Yeah,
it is. Because the thing is, even if the players are not into it, these players are modern day players. They get online, they're listening to the fans. Lisandro Martinez is not a born Man United fan, but he plays for the club now, and he's probably traced and paid attention to certain details, and he knows the enemy. He's not going to be friendly. I saw Brandon Williams. He doesn't play. I mean, he's Mancunian or like Rashford. Those guys are not going to be friendly. Emil Smith-Rowe is not going to be friendly. You think they don't want to beat Man United? Of course they want to spunk United. But it's there was nothing friendly about it. It was a competitive game. I'm not putting anything on it per se. It's not going to impact the EPL season at all.
Yeah.
But the good thing is I like how the United team is shaped up. I can see I can see not necessarily it's like a small candle at the end of that tunnel. I can see some light. I can pretty much see what Ten Hag is trying to implement. I see, the translation of what he's building. I'm beginning to see it on the pitch. I mean, I saw it last season, but it's coming out bold. You can see it's from lowercase letters. Now they're like capitalized in certain aspects of the game. And a huge plus for that Kobe Mino kid.
So good.
He's playing like he's been playing in the EPL with grown-ups,
No,
like I know Luyemi is going to kill me. That's like 3% GMO, right? That's a natural footballer. He's not scared of the ball. He wants the ball, and if you observe him, he scans any midfielder who scans before they receive the ball is a great midfielder. Because by the time the ball is halfway to him, he has 3 options. And that's how Kobe Mino plays. And all the great midfielders in this world, if you watch Modric, he's always swiveling. Pirlo, the same thing. Busquets, the same thing. The great midfielders look around. So, Kobe Mino, I can see hope. I enjoyed the game, I won't lie to you. There was that competitive edge. You know, Arsenal came in for a friendly, and we kind of told them it's not going to be a friendly, and they picked up late. They played some I mean, Arsenal can play football. I'm not here to hate them or anything like that. It's a fact they can play football, you know. But I just enjoy when we spank them. That's all. It's a personal thing. I love it when we spank them. You know, that's it.
Okay, let's take more comments from, I think, the previous topic. Zaza says, don't mix apple and oranges. Fans are not bashing Henderson because he's getting paid. Fans are criticizing him for going to play football in a homophobic and borderline racist place. Okay, that's fair. Easier to talk, hard to walk the walk. If millionaires can't stand, they should not lecture others or push ordinary folks too. Linger replied, I don't see how Henderson espousing his personal beliefs and encouraging fans to make Anfield safer for queer fans is such a lecture. It's hard to walk the walk, but we shouldn't rush to erase the talk. Okay, good point.
That's excellent. That's excellent talk.
FSG has been paying my bills, Oga. They said I have 5G at home. They said there's plenty rice at home. My thoughts of the game yesterday is the intensity. You know, I didn't really want to watch. At some point, I was like, to be honest, like preseason, I don't really pay attention, but I ended up kind of watching, I think, the first 70 minutes. It's the intensity. My main takeaway is the intensity. I like it. I think it's important starting the season with intensity. Ten Hag understands that. And I like that he used the rivalry that we have to like spark that intensity. Boys, we have to be intense. We just have to be intense. And because of that, I love that. That's my main takeaway. I like Kobe Mino. I hope he gets some minutes. And I'll be very happy if he gets some minutes for sure. It looks like we have another caller. Let's bring it in. And hi, Ola. What do you want to talk about today? Thanks for calling in.
Oh, thanks for having me. I love the show and love the new format.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I assume you're a Chelsea fan. I see that already.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Is that what you want to talk about, Chelsea Brighton? You know.
Well, I love that we don't do friendlies.
that's I'm a United fan. We don't do
I love it. Great games yesterday for both Manchester United and Chelsea fans. But I just wanted to say, man, I know that we don't rely on friendlies to predict our season, but I'm going to rely on friendlies to predict the season because we don't rely on friendlies. But last year, I remember talking about Arsenal beating Chelsea in preseason, like soundedly, just like the tactically they beat them. And I said to Olakame, we don't use friendlies to predict the season, but Arsenal is going to be good this year and Chelsea is going to be crap this year. And that's how it turned out. So when we look at this year, I'm confident Chelsea will be able to score. Thank God. Thank God for that. And that's as far as I can go. But you know what? That's better than I was last year.
I know.
Okay. And Martinez, I want to switch quick gears to Manchester United. Guys are your Martinez man. Oh my goodness. You don't do friendlies. Wow.
That's cool. Hey, his leg out.
I mean, and he's from Argentina, though. You know how they play. They play on the edge.
Woo! Yeah. So I think Enzo can use a little bit more injection then too, because he needs to go and spend some time with Martinez and just commiserate on how to go hard. But anyways, as a Chelsea fan, I'm excited for Nkunku. Jackson, they're talking about one for the future, maybe one for the present, because two preseason games in a row, a goal and an assist in each one. So I'm excited.
I'm glad you are. Chelsea's looking good.
So I got a question for you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Is Arsenal competing for first place again? Are they even going to be in top 4?
Tata, do you want to take that?
On paper, okay. You know what? Let me take the hatred out of. Let me just take hatred off my plate so
Can
I
leave
can
it if you
speak my
want.
foot. No,
Hey,
no, no. I'll take hatred off. So what Arsenal did last season was quite remarkable.
Right.
That's the truth. They pushed, and I think if they had depth, they probably would have pushed City all the way because they were fortunate with injuries a little bit. Yeah, they were a little bit fortunate with injuries.
That's
When
fair.
Liverpool pushed City, they were very fortunate with injuries.
Right.
So the thing is, to compete with City, if you don't have a second 11 that can replicate or some sort of replication of that first 11, you're not standing a chance. And that's what killed Arsenal. Well, and then of course the spaghetti mentality that they have is very weak, extremely
Right.
weak mentality.
Right.
But on paper now, with the additions, they've added quality. And I know it's preseason. People are like, "Oh, this is just plain rice, no stew. It's not jollof rice, all of that." The guy is a good midfielder. Timber is a good midfielder. Havertz is a good midfielder. Forget about the criticism. He's a very technical footballer. If those three players gel into the system, Arsenal are going to bring. They're going to bring the heat. And if they're going to improve on last season, of course they're going to. I think on paper they'll compete. But the major problem Arsenal always has is the mentality. It's in their DNA, extremely weak mentality. It's so weak, unbelievable. If they
Right.
can fix that, they can push City all the way. It might not. I mean, City they're still favorites because I don't know. I don't know if they even have a third 11. Their youth team could probably compete for the EPL. That's
Right.
what we are facing.
Right.
That's
Right.
what we are facing. So I
Facts.
think Arsenal stand the chance. But I think they have to fix the mentality, not the football.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
And
that
and
one.
you say stand a chance, so that means that you're putting Arsenal in four, even though there's Liverpool,
Yeah,
Man United,
yeah. They should.
Newcastle.
The thing is, they should make top four. They could. They should challenge for the title. I think they should make top four on paper. The
So who
thing
doesn't
is,
make it?
it's early to predict. I'm not going to jump in, but I'm going to say this: Chelsea are building a team. It's
Oh,
unfair to
not
throw
Chelsea.
Chelsea in.
That,
Liverpool, that midfield is gone. We don't know what the new guys coming in are going to do. Manchester United are on the second phase of whatever they're building. It's positive, but we are on the second phase. Tottenham Hotspur, we have to wrestle with Levy and Harry Kane if they're going to stay. So it's
right.
unstable.
Right.
I actually think another team in the mode of Newcastle with some stability might sneak into the top four, like
Like Brighton.
Newcastle did. Yeah, like Brighton, a team that has some stability with no focus, where the press is not focused on them. They can quietly do their thing. They can sneak into the top four because
Okay.
there is so much instability with the traditional
With the-
top six teams.
Right.
Okay. Let's go
Okay.
back kind of on track. You hear me? You want to talk about Chelsea? This is a Chelsea fan. You hear me? You want to go?
Hey, look, what's going on, people? Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that Chelsea game was nice. It was good to watch. The first half was kind of skittish. We had Sterling in there. I have a really, really low opinion of Sterling these days.
Yeah,
So
brother. Yep.
just seeing him in there, I was like, oh god, this is gonna suck. Then we had Conor Gallagher in there, and we're playing him deep. I've always said Conor Gallagher is not a central midfielder. He's not a CM. The guy, when he was succeeding at Crystal Palace, was an attacking midfielder,
yeah,
and he thrived. He won
yeah.
Player of the Season. Why can't he come over to? How does he just come to Chelsea and all of a sudden he's full trash last season? I'm like, you're playing this guy out of position. That's what I think. So, which was, in my opinion, kind of evident. First half, we played him deep. He kind of made a bunch of mistakes.
Yeah.
Second half, when Enzo came in and they pushed him forward, the dude was clicking. So I'm like, okay, this guy he's not trash. He's just put him in the right position. He's going to succeed. I guess we're kind of starving for central midfielders, actual central midfielders.
Right.
So coaches are trying different permutations. Like, okay, is this going to work? Is this going to work? So I guess I'll hold on to Gallagher for now, right? Raheem, I don't care too much for him. I've seen him. The guys are like, look, give him a chance. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. if Pep can let go of you, I'm like, yeah, Pep already knows
Exactly.
you are washed up, man. You already not washed up, but Pep already knows you are no longer at that elite.
Right.
You're still good, but you're no longer elite. And we thought we were buying an elite player and we pay him elite money. One man's gold is one man's maga, man. That's easy stuff, No, we don't fall maga plenty times, so nothing. It's Chelsea, a Chelsea thing. So, and even Modric was nice. Like, of course, he did some of his bonehead stuff, missed passes. But I think some of the glimpses for which they bought him for, his pace, the dude has sense. It's just that he's 22, right? So I don't want to call him a kid, but he's still young, right? And if he has the right coach and the right system, he can build. We I don't expect us to just throw these boys into like the Lions Den, because really Chelsea's a Lions Den, man. Like, you have to perform now. This is not like 2 years of building. Like, no, the lights are on you. You are bought for an exorbitant price. Blah blah blah. Look at Jackson now. Jackson is a 30 milli guy. He doesn't send. He's playing with house money. First off, he's good. Then now you're playing with house money. You're like, they didn't buy me for 100 million. Me, I'm chilling. I'm just like that. That pressure is not on him. So I think, and he's very instrumental. I think it's the perfect 9 we need. I think like a back to goal kind of 9, and you can distribute, you can pass kind of 9, right? I don't think Nkuku is a 9. I don't think so. I think he's more of a left forward. Let me put it that way. So putting him like maybe like an Mbappe type person, like come off. But like if you want to play him central, that maybe he can fit. Who knows, right? Maybe he can fit, but I'm still kind of hesitant on that. Then our young guys, those guys are showing up, man. That Boboyi Quesedia, no, his name is not Kasede. Kasede, like, yo, that boy is 20. He's playing like a grown man. Like, I saw him hold the ball, and I saw him take some challenges, and I was looking for somebody that's kind of press resistant. He's showing me that he can hold his own. I'm like, okay, I don't think we need to send this boy out on loan. Like, I think he can fight for his shirt, especially with the bullshit Brighton is playing with us with Caicedo, whatever that one's name is. You want to call it 100 million? Calm down now. Clear that day. Are we growing money on trees? I beg. So Caicedo is nice. Santos kind of had a quiet game, but okay, his first game was pretty good, so we'll give him this second game. He didn't make too many mistakes. He's young. Okay, we'll let him have it. And whatever that other boy's name too, fairly quiet game, but he didn't make any costly mistakes. Yeah, in Matson, he didn't make any costly mistakes, so we'll let you have that. Angel Gabriel, that one came in. Yo, that boy has some nice, sweet touches on the right, man. He's just 18, so I don't think we're going to keep him. We're probably going to loan him out. But the touches I saw from him, like, nobody the one where you could just hold ball, they try dribble. Guy, calm down. You see boys lay off the pass. Like, I believe the 1-2 pass sometimes is underrated because you can make a better run with the 1-2 and, disturb defenses better than if you try to dribble through defenses. Like, that's what I think, right? So I see the future on him, but unfortunately that position is already, I think, is locked by Noni, and we have to play Sterling somewhere, right? So Sterling is probably going to play off of the right wing. Who else? Of course, Cuckoo was busy just chopping nutmegs up and down. I was just like, but boy, you close your toros now. They're just passing ball through your toros, like. Then the goal we considered, the third one, I was like, Cuckoo, you could have done a little better. It was the combination of Cuckoo and Kepa. Yeah, man. I'm like, you guys are going to crumble us. So, Kepa, I don't trust Kepa, man. But he's all we have right now. So it's like, just build a solid defense in front of him as best as you can. Chalobah is impressive. Like, Chalobah is doing his best, man. Like, and I think he's worthy of a first start. I would have loved to see Badeshile too, but I'm all sick bay, no Graham show up, So
Take them and
yeah, man, like
I think that's a good wrap up of the Chelsea segment. I have to bring
yeah,
some other callers in. Ola Okoyemi, thanks for calling in.
yeah, no doubt, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Take care, guys. Let me
take care.
Oga Kwame.
What is going on, my people? What is going on?
Yeah, I know you're calling in. I see you're cooking. Are you cooking rice?
I'm
what are
cooking,
you doing?
no, my brother. I'm cooking. I'm not. See,
that's a layup. That's a layup.
That's a layup. I said it too. I said it too. I don't want
layup. You got to dog that thing now. Lob City. That's what I did.
His name is not Oga Kwame. It's more like Oga Maino.
Listen, as somebody said, menu fried rice is my favorite type of rice.
Tell me what you want to talk about. Let's go.
Okay. Very quickly, I know you guys have to move on. I want to talk about Jordan Henderson thing very quickly. Okay. And I think as a society, when we have a way of holding people to, I guess, a social ransom, right? When we know that they stand for a particular issue, and we choose to define them by that particular issue, right? We need to remember these people are they're employees. Just like, I'm an employee at my job, you guys are employees at your jobs. If you guys get a higher bidder, depending on where you're at in your career, guess what? I know Ayo is going. Period. I know Ayo is gone. Straight. Me, I'm gone. So let's not vilify these people for making decisions based on family welfare, based on the future, based on what they want to provide for their generations. Now, what the other side to that is this: when you choose to be vocal on an issue like that, Jordan Henderson, you should be prepared to take whatever heat comes with it. Yeah. And that's exactly what's going on right now. And as Itata said before, look, we have to respect the political / cultural ideals or ideas of every country we're in. Bruh, if I go to Iran, you think I'm shouting, U.S. democracy, all these things? Nah, it's called the Islamic Republic of Iran. And I have to, if you're a woman, you cover up and you do as Romans do. Same thing with Saudi Arabia, same thing with our friends on that side of on that side of the world. So look, Jordan Henderson, he's going there to play football. When he comes back home, he will go ahead and continue speaking on social issues, human rights issues, LGBTQ issues. Why? Because he's on home soil, right? He's not going to get arrested, but guess what? His ass is getting put in jail when he's talking that stuff over there. Yeah. So that's one thing about Jordan Henderson. On the Manchester United issue, look, there's no friendly. Nah, when I saw that friendly on the calendar of preseason friends, I'm like, this ain't no friendly. If anybody who was raised in football, right, under the Alex Ferguson era, that is not a friendly. Even Arsenal fans themselves knew that was. They know it's not. They know it. You don't put Man United, Arsenal on a calendar and call it a friendly. You don't put United, Liverpool on a calendar. It's like putting Liverpool and Everton and saying it's a friendly. No, it ain't no friendly. So look, Licha, I loved it. And I know you're the voice of reason. Oh, injury. Man, I don't care, bro. I don't care. Slice that man, bro. Argentina,
man. I was screaming too.
But anyway,
I know he wiped my brother, but man, come on. We are not talking about friendly.
Oh, no, bro.
Yeah.
But Itata, even your brother expected it now.
Yeah. I'm saying, I'm on that. Look, if even us as fans organize to play someday, and it's Man United fans like me, you, and then Arsenal fans, I promise you it's going to be a little heated. It's just what it is.
Listen, if I go into a game like that as a United fan, I'm expecting to get slight tackle by Prince AY. I'm expecting
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Let alone the ones that actually play for the bad, bro.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. But I like the pattern of play yesterday. I like the intensity, And those are the goals. You know, I mean, there were goalkeeping errors, defensive errors, but I liked how we actually we can see, as Tata said, the Ten Hag project. It's going from lowercase to uppercase now. So I'm all for it. But big up you guys, man. Thank you guys for what you guys did.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for calling.
My brother.
Someone said Women's World Cup. So people want to talk about women's. Let's dive to Women's World Cup very quickly. There's more United topic to talk about almost every week. Let's jump. What's your most entertaining game so far, Tata, in this World Cup?
You know, unfortunately, this World Cup is played when Willie does his thing. It's not played in times in this region where we can actually watch it. So I've only been able to catch a few games, but of course I have to watch Super Falcons, man. Niger for life,
Yep, I agree.
And they did well. I would say most entertaining game has to be, I think, was it Haiti and England that played?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that game and the Jamaican game. Oh my God, I enjoyed both games. I felt sad for the Haiti goalkeeper because she did so well. Yeah. Another good one was Zambia because my hopes were on Zambia because of that. Is it what is that girl's name? That I think she's number 11. She's incredible. So because of how Zambia played, I had hopes on Zambia going very far at this World Cup, but they lost their first game, unfortunately. So we'll just see where it goes.
They lost, right?
Yeah, they did lose. I think they lost.
5-0. 5-0.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, they lost heavily. I'm mixing things up. So I think her name is Katanlia or something with a K. I think she plays for South Africa, not Zambia. So because of that, I thought South Africa would go furthest, but I think South Africa lost 2-1 to Sweden. Sweden, yeah. They lost 2-1 to Sweden. So now it's tricky. I think it's Super Falcons being the most experienced African team at the World Cup. My hope is on the Super Falcons to go far. They've gotten 1 point on the board.
Yep.
So if they can get a win and a draw, or at least just pick up a win somewhere, if they can get a win, I think they can push. I'm not expecting them to replicate 1999, but I think right now the hope for Africa is with the Super Falcons.
Yeah, they play Australia right on Thursday.
They play, and it's Australia is the host, so I'm not looking forward to Australia. And Sam Kerr plays for Australia.
That's true.
Sam Kerr plays for Australia, and Sam Kerr can play with the men in the European Champions League. That's how good she is. So
she's very good.
I think if we can escape Australia, we might qualify. But I'm not looking forward to it. Sam Kerr is going to absolutely flame us. If we are not careful, she is pretty good. She's one of the best female footballers with like Hermoso and Martha, she is up there. She's up there.
It was a credit for Chelsea during this past season. Why Chelsea what they did. I'm just very curious on why the games are so spread out. Because we played what? Didn't we play Friday, Thursday? Next game is next week, Thursday. It's so spread out.
Yeah. I think I think there are teams that would play twice before we play our second game. So I didn't understand that.
Okay.
I didn't really understand that. Yeah.
Very interesting. Let's take comments before we fly off. Let's see if anybody has any comments about World Cup. Someone says the 2 represents the number of Prevost victories, correct? I don't preseason. Maybe person say preseason, I guess. From ETH to ETH. Let's take let me take this one. Rashford extension. Why is it showing this way? I don't like the way it's showing. Let me edit this. So I'll take Rashford's extension. I mean, I am extremely happy. I know Rashford
He divides opinion.
I know you have interest in it. For me, extension-wise, I'm happy got the extension. I think Rashford is our biggest goal threat. Is our best forward so far, in the sense he's most very productive. Rashford has had, in my opinion, maybe since he broke out, he has had just one bad season, and that says it all. And which was the season he was injured a lot.
Yeah.
Rashford is very productive. He's probably one of the most dangerous forwards in transition at least it's top 3, top 5 in the EPL, especially in transition. I know everybody has concerns about when we play low block, especially one decision making, and like you call him, cul-de-sac chairman, or he runs into cul-de-sac, into tight spaces. I get that, and that's why I've always been of the opinion, when people say Rashford just play a striker, he's not. Even ETH recognizes it, but he just recognizes that when we play top sides, like whether it's Arsenal, City, sides who believe they can play a high line and come and press us, he knows that's where Rashford can eat, just because you can play him on the break, and his speed is ridiculous, his acceleration and speed, and defenders always worry about that. So, and we don't have a striker. That's just the truth.
We don't. We don't.
Sultan, that's what we have. Who chooses when he wants to work, is ours.
Unfortunately,
his body, unfortunately, his body chooses when he can play in Marshall. And so I'm happy about the extension. He's one of my favorite players. His personality, and I'm okay with the amounts, because that's what is. I think he's the highest paid player now in United. Yeah, I think Rashford is. From what I hear, I think he got either 325 or 375. I'm not sure. Somewhere at that range. So I know he's the highest paid right now. So I'm happy with it. Along with Casemiro, I think they're all on similar amount of money. Any quick thoughts about Rashford?
So my issue with Rashford again is just specific to football. It's not. I don't have a problem with Rashford, the human being.
Yep.
Rashford, the contract man. My issue with Rashford. That's why I want to clear the air so people will understand. Rashford is Manchester United's golden boy, and like Bruno and a few others, it's almost like you cannot criticize them. They're good people. I'm not arguing about that. Rashford fed the kids during Euros. He's piloting a heavyweight course for humanity. He's an incredible human being. But I'm saying specific to football, my thoughts on Rashford. And like I was saying in the group, his youth card has expired.
Absolutely.
Because Jesse Lingard used his youth card till he was 27 or 28. We are not going to accept that anymore.
No.
Youth card has expired.
Absolutely, yes.
Rashford, the contract, I have no problem with it. I was talking to our brother Daniel Diaku. I don't know what state you are, what club side, the state you are from, your family is from in Nigeria. What club side is there in your state?
Kogi Stars? Because I'm on Kogi Stars.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's called Kogi.
So if Ayodele is the highest paid player in Kogi Stars, I don't have a problem with it. I rather Ayodele than a foreigner. That's how I operate. So Rashford being a Mancunian, having the biggest contract, I don't have a problem with it. No beef. My problem with Rashford is specific to football. The fact that he is always covered up with he's one of our academy. Dude is grown now. Right? Like Mbappe literally won the World Cup for France at 18. Pele did it at 17.
Yeah.
Rashford's youth card is expired.
Yes, it has.
When I criticize him, it's about his football. His maturity is still not there. Like if you're seeing 3 defenders, don't run through them. Play a 1-2 around them. Don't be trying to knuckle ball from the center line. Even Ronaldo didn't score from the center line against Porto. He moved a little bit. Rashford shoots from undesirable lengths, distances. Don't be shooting from 40 yards. I'm not saying don't trust your gut.
Yeah.
But if there are 2 people you can play 1-2 and break in easily, do that. He lacks the maturity in the final third. And it's not just him, it's our entire forward line.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the 2 players that have a little bit of composure and maturity in Sancho and Martial, they have different issues.
Correct.
Sancho, I think it might be family related and mentality, and of course, Martial's body, we know what that is.
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate all what Rashford has done for us for last season. The kind of footballer he is, all his contributions, yes, I do appreciate that. But he's not beyond criticism. I will keep criticizing him. For sure. The contract, I'm happy that he's a Mancunian, he's from Manchester, and he's making the biggest bar. Good. And being Pan-African as a black man, perfect. I don't have a problem with that. I criticize Rashford specifically on football.
Yeah.
And specifically for the final third. Not really necessarily in the football abilities, it's just decision making. You have a 1-2 pass, you're trying to knuckle ball from an acute angle. Who does that? I'm not going to tolerate that this season. I would even be more vicious on him. But for the contract, I'm happy he's extended. He's one of us, he's staying. It's all good. I mean, and he still has a window to improve. You know, I only worry about Rashford when the pace goes. That's when people will understand what I'm trying to say if he doesn't improve. When that pace is gone. Because, like, remember, like when Rooney.
Yeah.
When Rooney's pace was gone, the pass was there and the brain was there.
Yeah.
You know, but Rashford's pace, when it goes, is going to be problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair point. Let's end with, I guess, more transfer updates. I guess biggest transfer this week was what? Onana.
Yeah.
Onana. That's
Yeah. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy.
You want to take this one? What do you think? I guess. What are quick thoughts about Onana signing? What do you think the impact is going to be?
Dude, we. So this is my problem. First, before I even start, I don't know why people keep sending me clips from Ajax Amsterdam days. That's like, isn't it like 3 years ago? Yeah. It's like 3 years ago. So you're sending me clips from his playing days at Ajax, completely ignoring Inter Milan, which is his immediate past work.
Correct.
Well, that's what I don't understand.
Arsenal fans,
you know, judge the man on what he did last. That's it. And he is. I'm really happy again from the Pan-African angle. This is the African man. I'm all in 100%, right? I'm 100% in. I'm not hearing anything. Now, if he fumbles, I know people are going to be like, yeah, I told you so. Yeah, he's going to fumble. It's his first year.
Correct.
Right? If we tolerated the kind of rubbish us as Manchester United fans have tolerated from some of these players, you know, you understand, sometimes we are hyping up mediocrity in this club. Onana is proven. He has played at the highest level. He's played at the World Cup. He has played in the Champions League final and has kept his nerve. He's one of the best goalkeepers. And at least if you're going to talk about like top 5, you can argue that he's in the top 5 in the world right now. And talking about like distribution, the way football has evolved now, where you need the keeper to be also good with the foot. He's one of the best. Some people are saying he's the best with the foot. You know, I don't have a problem with it. I think he's going to absolutely, just by projection, he's going to absolutely transform our football. Building the build-up play and the fact that he doubles also as a deep line midfielder.
Correct.
The passes these guys can produce. You understand? You saw a snippet of what Lisandro Martinez did last season.
Yeah.
Now there is someone not exactly like Lisandro, but having someone behind Lisandro who can ping passes and has the confidence to hold the ball, like this hot potato thing we talk about. Onana can hold the ball and actually use it to do something. Now, will there be mistakes? Yes. Will he cause? I mean, we need chaos. Like I was saying, I need beautiful chaos. Sometimes football is really dull. Sometimes. So if Onana is going to bring all the drama and have people come at me and me come at them all week, so be it. But I think in Onana, Manchester United has gotten the best goalkeeper they probably would have gotten in this process. What Ten Hag is doing. And at his age, 27, me and you know, goalkeepers even start peaking at 30.
I agree.
Look at all the great goalkeepers. At 30, he's 27, meaning he's going to give us the best leading up to his peak and possibly 2 years in his peak. I'll take it.
Okay.
I will take it all day.
I agree. I mean, you've said everything, you know, and of course, we'll deep dive on as season starts. I'll just run through like other stuff like Hojlund, you know, hopefully we get him for a lower fee. You know, I like the kid. I hope that goes through. I think the last thing I'll just quickly touch on before we go, Leipzig. I don't know what's going on there. They did a U-turn with Gvardiol. it looked like they assigned him, and he came out. I think Fabrizio said it was agreed or something, and later they came out like, oh, he's not leaving for that amount. He's in training, so there's something going on there. Those are the major, I guess, transfer updates that have happened this week. Last week was all about Declan Rice. We're already 5 minutes over. We wanted to do 45 minutes. We're 5 minutes over. So for everyone calling in the comments, thank you for all the calls from Ola, Ogakwame, Linga, Anakwemi. Thank you for calling for us in the comments. Itata, as always, lovely to have you here. We'll try to get you on again when you have the time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks to everyone. Most importantly, you know what we produce on this channel. We stand for football, and where we can speak on things we have to speak on, considering cultures and societies and all of that. We do it also here. You know, it's not strictly football, but this is the home of football. So as you're watching this, share, subscribe. We have football heads all over this channel.
Yeah.
Spread the news. And also, I think, you know, you'll get a good coverage of Manchester United coming to Houston on Wednesday. So I think the next spot is going to probably have that rooted in it heavily.
Correct.
I think the next spot will be pretty good. So you guys tune in, and we talk about everything football. And you get served. Just hit the subscribe button, share, spread this news, spread it like COVID. And let's get it going.
Just spread like COVID.
Spread it like COVID. That's how I want you to spread it.
Check out the blog. I'll do some vlogging. Man United, Real Madrid on Wednesday. It'll probably be uploaded on Thursday. Check us out.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe. We're out.